Hi guys, it is Dory. I'm back. I did put up a video yesterday, but I figured I would take you along for my appointment today for my 2-year surge anniversary. I see my bariatric surgeon's office. I usually just see the PA. Her name is Kat. It's actually Catherine, but we call her Kat. So I'll be going in today. I wanted to ask her, of course, I want to know how my blood work came out since I'm not that good at remembering my vitamins. I also want her to recommend me a new bariatric multivitamin. I was doing the berry melts. They taste nasty to me now. I know during surgery, some of us have reported that our taste have changed. And so I think that's what happened. And then I was taking the Flintstones complete with iron, which was fine pre-op. And sometimes I would do it here or there. 2 of them, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. But I wanted to see if there was something better. I don't want to chew it. I don't want to have it melt. I just want to just swallow it. And so anyhow, so I'm going to ask her that. I also want to know what percentage I have lost of my excess weight. It's right on her computer and I don't do math. And so I figured I would ask her what is the percentage. I have seen 169.6 is my lowest. This morning I weighed, and I know I said in my previous videos that I have started back at the gym. I try to go Monday through Friday. I spend about an hour there. I do about 40 minutes, 45 minutes on the treadmill, pretty briskly walking. I walk about between 5 and 7 miles every day, Monday through Friday. And I started doing weights now. I do a particular, like one day I'll do arms and upper body, then I'll do legs. I just started doing abs. But anyhow, I stepped on the scale today and I'm up to 178.5. I feel like I'm going backwards and it's frustrating. So I'm going to talk to her about that. I know it's probably because I just went back to the gym and I hadn't really exercised the whole 2 years. I would go here and there, but nothing consistent as I am doing now. I also have mentioned in a previous video that my gynecologist had put an IUD in. Maybe about a month ago. I have an appointment next week to have it checked to make sure everything's fine. And I was supposed to have my cycle a couple of days ago and it didn't come, which I guess the IUD must be working, which is fantastic. But I definitely still feel the hunger and the grouchiness and things and bloating that I do when I do have my cycle. And so that's probably what, the combination of with the gym and all that stuff leading up to my cycle is with this weight gain. But nonetheless, it is annoying. So I'd love to see the 169 mark again. I am going to switch up my diet a little bit. I'm going to cut some more calories. I had been getting between probably like 1,500 a day, and now I'm going to cut down and go down to 1,100. I'm going to see how that works, and then if not, I'll go back up a little bit because of being at the gym and walking. And so, yeah, so I figured I would just take you guys along on different things today with my appointment and then update you at the end of what she said. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon and have a good day. Hey guys, I'm back. I just left my 2-year surge anniversary appointment at my surgeon's office. I see a physician's assistant. She's really great. I really like her a lot. She's very knowledgeable. She has some good tricks up her sleeve, food-wise and things of that nature. So first I want to apologize for having to drive while I'm filming this. I have to hold the camera while I'm driving. I do not have a handy-dandy camera holder. But anyhow, I wanted to record this while everything was fresh on my brain. So first of all, when I went in today, now I said on my previous videos, my lowest was 169.6. And today I weighed 180 there. Now, of course, the scales are different. I was fully clothed. I ate already today. Plus I've been going to the gym and all that. So 180, I'm not going to let it scare me. I'm definitely going to get this 11 pounds off and hopefully still get down to my goal of 160. That being said, she did say a lot that if I do not lose any more, that I am extremely successful. I have lost 80% of my excess weight since surgery for having the sleeve gastrectomy. An average person will lose 60% of their excess weight with a sleeve gastrectomy. I went ahead and I have lost 80%. So she said if I don't lose another pound at 180 and this is where I'm comfortable or whatever, and I maintain this loss, that I would be a success story, which is phenomenal, great, exciting. I don't plan on staying here. I definitely feel like I will, that I feel better when I'm in like the low 170s. Even 169 was great, and I've never been lower, so I honestly don't know how I will feel lower than 169, but I plan on visiting that, and I do plan on doing it. She did give me a great tip. Instead of wondering whether or not I am gaining this last 10 or 11 pounds from, you know, water weight, having my cycle, doing weight training and walking 5 to 7 miles per day, which my body has not been used to, any of those things, she said, put on your clothes that you normally would fit into. And if they are too tight, then chances are the weight gain is not related to any of the things I mentioned, but is actually related to your diet. And you need to go back to eating like a bariatric patient. If your clothing fits the same or is looser, then the weight gain is probably from the exercises, especially the weights, because you're gaining muscle, but you're still losing the fat. Which in my case, that's what it is, because I have on a pair of jeans right now that were they're size 14. They're called super skinny jeans, and those are actually, they were really, really tight at one point, and now they fit fine. They fit just like a super skinny jean would, and so I feel fine in them. So she said because of that, even the other day I put on another pair of jeans. They were size 12, and they seemed as though I could probably have fit into a size 10. And so she said for those reasons, and me just, you know, being consistent at the gym, that's probably where the extra weight is coming from, but that will level off at some point. I'll lose it. But she said right now the last few pounds is going to be the hardest to get off, and that is okay. That is how my body is supposed to be. If I lose a pound or two per month at this point, this 2 years and more out from surgery, then she said that is exactly what is supposed to be done. I did ask her to recommend vitamins for me. I told her that the bariatric ones that I had from Berry Melts just tasted funky to me now, and so she recommended a little list of them. All of them are chewables, but I believe that they come in, I forgot what you call it. I don't want to say swallowable, but that they come in just regular pill form. But she recommended Walgreens has one called A to Z. Centrum has one. And then of course, she also suggested that I can continue taking the Flintstone chewables if I want, and that's 1 in the morning and 1 at night. She did not have my blood work results back because I live in Massachusetts and I go to Connecticut for care with them. That's where they're out of. Sometimes when they take the blood results, they send them to my primary care physician and forget to send them to her office. And so she's going to just call them, and then she'll call me. Like last time, this happened 6 months ago, they also forgot to send them to that office. And so I guess she'll call me if I have any issues. Recently I had a mammogram and I had a biopsy when they put in my IUD, both of which I've already gotten the results from those, and the results were great. And so I'm assuming that probably since my primary did not call me about my blood work, that it's probably fine. Usually they'd call if there's something that they're concerned with. But anyways, I know that she'll follow up with me on the blood test results. She also was very happy that my husband has joined in on eating healthy with us, and that as a family we're doing it. She was excited that he's lost 50 pounds. He's not a bariatric surgery patient. And that he has joined the military, which of course shows her and everybody else that he is physically fit, because they do a lot of physical training within the military, and he had to pass a lot of physical training things. And so yeah, and so she's excited about that we prep different meals. She likes that I have not had any kind of carbonation or soda for more than 2 years. I actually was never a soda drinker. I was really never a carbonated drinker of any sort, and so it wasn't hard for me to not drink it. But I know as a bariatric patient, once you have surgery, it's better that you do not go back to drinking the carbonated beverages, as the bubbles sometimes expand your tummy, or they just hurt and give you discomfort. And so she was excited that it's been probably 3 years since I have had any kind of soda or carbonation for that matter. She was also excited that I don't eat sweets and I don't snack at night, and that I'm really focusing on getting in the good protein and the lean proteins. I know when I go home I'm going to add in the Premier Protein coffee again that I would make with my shake, just to give myself some extra protein as I'm at the gym and weight training and things of that nature, rather than get it from red meat or bacon, which is fine. I'm just kind of sick of it, and so instead I'm just going to go back to drinking that, because I think it'll help me lower my calories and kind of help me with getting my body back to losing weight. And so it was a great appointment, and she also gave me a referral to the plastic surgeon. So I have not made an appointment. I just got the paperwork today. There is a paper that it's $100 for the consult. So I'd have to pay that out of pocket. I didn't read the fine print of it, because I guess you have a choice to pay out of pocket or to go ahead and have them bill the insurance, but some insurance companies won't cover it. And so I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll definitely make a consult appointment. The only thing is that I know it won't be something that could be done now, because for a tummy tuck, I know that the recovery time at least is 2 weeks in bed. And so with my husband shipping out for the military for 5.5 months, that is just not feasible to have him away when I go through that. And so he will be gone all the way from October 30th through April 18th of 2019. And so I guess I'm gonna probably figure to do it at some point during the time that he gets back. It will probably be, in all honesty, it will probably be a year from now, because when he gets back from boot camp and tech school in April, he has to report to his home base here, and he'll be on the job for 90 days. And so he'll be on the job for 90 days. During any of that time, he can be deployed. He could be shipped back out for different training if he accepts a job within the military. That is something different than what he's going to tech school now for. He'd have to go back to tech school. So I'm not really going to worry about it. I really just want to get to goal. I want to get to 160, and I want to feel good at that weight for a while, really maintain and get all that stuff going. And so I'm gonna say for my 3rd-year surgiversary is probably when I'm gonna look into getting the skin removal surgery. I really just want the tummy tuck and my arms done. I actually don't even care too much about the tummy tuck. I can wear things to hold in my tummy. It's mostly my arms that give me the most displeasure. Only because when I want to wear a short sleeve shirt, or I want to wear something where my arms are visible, a maxi dress that is not long sleeve, that's really when I get the worst. I just feel really insecure about my arms, not as much as I used to, for sure, and especially since I have been lifting the weights, I can tell there's more definition in my chest and in my shoulders and in my biceps. My triceps I have been really working on as well. So I do see a difference even just with the strength training. I told her I wasn't really looking to get buff at all with the strength training. What I am looking for is to build my my endurance and to build up my strength, because I feel like my upper body, my arms are very weak. And it's probably all the years of just carrying around all that fat and not really doing a lot to condition it. And so the thing right now is just to keep going to the gym, keep doing the strength training, continue to do what I need to do Monday through Friday. Definitely getting down. I'm gonna drop my calories down to about 1,000 to 1,100. Focus on protein, focus on the whole foods, focus a lot on the complex carbs and not so much on the simple carbs. Try to stay away from, cake and cookies and crackers and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm just gonna get back to the basics. Not that I really have strayed too far from that. I really feel like I have been eating healthy. I do know that I tripped up when I went shopping. It was like the 14th of the month, so probably about 2 weeks ago. I know I tripped up with buying mixed nuts from BJ's. I bought I didn't buy a huge container like I normally do. I bought a smaller one, but when I bought those, and as much as I love them, I really can't buy them. I go for them, like even now, I'm salivating thinking of these nuts. But what I do is I could sit there and I could just eat the whole entire container. I can eat, 700, 800 calories just in nuts. And so I can't do that. That's where I got tripped up with this whole thing. That's how I got, where I gained a couple of pounds, and then I was trying to take the pounds off, and then I started the gym 3 weeks ago. And basically I walk about 5 to 7 miles a day, and then do the strength training and things of that nature. And so that's that. So I have a plan. I'm excited about my plan. I'm excited that she thinks I'm such a success story, and that I have done so good with my excess weight loss at 80% of my excess weight being lost. I'm excited about not relying too much on the number on the scale, but relying really on how my pants are fitting and how I feel. I definitely have to up my water. The last couple of days I have not had any water. I think I have just been busy. I'm trying to get into this whole thing with the kids go to school at a certain time, and then I'm free and I go to the gym. Then we didn't have the truck, and then now, as you can see, I'm driving in the truck, and so the truck is working again. We had a lot of work done to it after my husband had hit the pole, and after we had all the rest of the cruddy situations from this car. And so just trying to get into the swing of things. Yeah, I think it's just doing that. I got to get back into doing I got to get home. I got to clean up the house before the kids get home from school, because once they get home, it's like as if I haven't even done any cleaning. And so it just takes so much out of me to get them onto cleaning as well. And so my husband and I have been doing a really good job together, being able to direct them to doing it. Also, I wanted to say that she mentioned something about my marriage, and she said it's very important that there are so many people that through the bariatric process we know this in the community, that it is a lot of marriages end in divorce. There's a lot of marriages that were not strong prior to bariatric surgery, and then now they are less strong and weak when one of the partners betters themselves and expects more from the partner when they weren't expecting that when they were heavier, because they of course have low self-esteem and don't expect it for themselves to begin with. So how can you really direct somebody to respect you when you don't even respect yourself? And so I told her I thought it was fantastic. Our marriage is the strongest it's ever been. I mean, we have always had an amazing marriage. I thank God daily for my husband. My husband is an amazing, amazing man. He loves God with all his heart and with all his soul. And he is, because of that love for God, he does the things that he needs to do within our marriage or within his life to please God and to show his reverence to God first. And so because of that, his outpouring of love and gratitude toward God, it just pours out and overflows onto us, his family, our children, myself, his parents, his siblings, things of that nature, our friends, our church, family, so many different things. And so we have an amazing marriage. My husband will be the first to say we have to work at it. We're just two imperfect people that strive to be as perfect as we can together, and that we are definitely better and a better team together than we would ever be apart. I do believe that he was made for me and I was made for him. I feel like God totally had him handpicked for me. He is just an amazing dad, and he's just a great guy. And even through the ups and downs and him crashing the car and him, whatever, I could not be mad at him or upset for not even a full day. Like, I just couldn't do it. I love him too much, and he's worth so much more, and he's alive, and he didn't get hurt while he crashed the car, and the car is replaceable and everything else. But anyway, so I just thought that was worthy to be mentioned, that she talked about marriages and how they do crumble, or relationships, and how she feels like it's really a good thing that we have come closer because we're kind of doing this together, even though he's not a bariatric patient. And I think that's really important for the other spouse to kind of be supportive from the get-go for something that's going to better your spouse or better your life or your children's life or something. So that's that. I feel really positive about it. I feel really excited. I'm going to stop at I call it a drugstore, the pharmacy, and stop there maybe at Rite Aid or something and pick up some multivitamins, because I really do have to get back to being on my multivitamins and my biotin and B12 and vitamin D3, because I don't want to be in the best overall health and lose the weight if just my inner body is going to crumble and my bones are going to be brittle. I really just want to be all around healthy. So anyway, so that is my update from my 2-year surge anniversary. I can't even believe it has been 2 years. Oh, that was another thing too. She did mention that at this point, I am 2 years out and I can see them whenever I want. They do not have to see me. It's not, they don't have to see me a certain time like they have been. And so I could choose if I wanted to see them every 6 months or once a year. And she suggested something really cool to me that I really appreciate her suggestions, but I see my primary care physician once a year. I see them in December once a year now that I don't have high blood pressure or any issues. And so because I see them once a year, she suggested that I see her every like in 6 months, and then we can go a year from then. And so that way I'm being seen by a doctor every 6 months, even though it's a different doctor, and so we can just maintain the scale and all that good stuff by doing it that way. And so I'm going to go back to this doctor in March, and then I have my physical for my primary care in December, and so it should work out well that way. So yeah, so I hope everybody has a good day, a good week. And before I leave, I do want to say for anybody new here, I never went over my stats in the beginning in case this is the first video that you're watching. So my highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. And my surgery weight on the day of surgery was 300.5. The lowest weight I've seen is 169.6. Today on my scale at home, I was 178.5, and at the doctor's, I was 180 even. So I figure that probably by Monday, my next update, I should be way down in the low 170s. Only because I think it's just a lot of my body getting used to things and not drinking water and things. So, but anyways, we'll see. I'm not worried about it. I feel really good, and yeah. So until next time, everybody have a good day.